in our show.
Is it going to be someone who I don't know again?
Again, yes.
Yes, okay.
Please, can you invite him?
Yes, sure. I'm surely excited to get to know him. So let's invite to the stage Mr. Dilxush.
How are you?
Hello.
Thank you for
Good morning.
What's about to? Good morning.
Please take a
guys.
seat. So, how are you feeling?
Great. What about you?
We are very fine. So, Dilxush,
Yeah,
please
I can see.
introduce yourself to the first camera, because there is somebody who is watching you first time, so that's why it will be very great.
So, good morning, everyone who are watching me. My name is Dilxush Hamidov, and I'm almost 20 years old. So, I studied at Webster University as a junior student. My major is international relations. And at the same time, I'm working in this studio, and I'm also working for the logistics company.
Wow, you're working
That's awesome.
one time in two places.
Yeah, actually it was triple job. I was also teaching in one of the education centers, but because of my studies, I stopped that. So that's
Okay,
all.
first, when I first saw you, I thought you're much older than me. No offense, but for gentlemen, as you might know, it's more like a compliment, I think.
Yeah.
I think. So, seeing that you're almost 20 and you already have so much experience in working and studying, my question is, what made you to decide to enter Webster? What was the reason?
The first reason, my IELTS teacher was studying at Webster University for the master's degree, and he made me interested in this university. But after that, my brother also started his bachelor degree at Webster University when I was about to graduate from my high school. And after him, I also decided to study at this university because of the atmosphere and education system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, great, interesting. So,
We have a call.
Yeah.
in this
Sorry.
time we have a phone call.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Feeling awesome. And do you have an answer for our riddle of the day?
Of course, I consider that a mountain.
Okay. And my next question is, do you have something to tell to your friends, family? Whole Uzbekistan is watching you right now.
Okay. My name is Behzad and I'm from Horizon.
Wow, interesting, from your horizon. Great. So,
That's all?
So,
talking with you, it was very interesting and I'm so curious about you. So, thank you very much for calling. Have a beautiful and nice day, okay? And thank you for your answer for the question.
Thanks for the answer. Thanks for the call. And watch us till the next time, okay? Have a lovely day.
thanks. I'm so happy to speak.
That's good. Okay, now we can get back to the interview.
Yeah.
Okay, you had a question, Sarnaz, right?
Yes, I did have a question. So my question is, you're working in two places and you're studying. I think your studies already started, right?
Yeah.
So what motivates you to continue pursuing your passion?
If you spend your time without these jobs, it also will be spent. So if you do these jobs, at the same time you are doing the same thing, you don't have any extra thing to do. That's why this is my passion to all of them. Even I decided to continue my teaching besides my studies, but my parents didn't allow me to put pressure on myself. They decided to take me off from the education center. They talked with my head. Yes, they said stop him from working because it's much for him. He's young, they said. But still, I want to continue because I love my students who are there, and they also all the time call me and ask for some questions, and they call me to come back. But this is my passion. Yeah. They give me the motivation to continue.
Wow, your students.
Yeah, they are really interesting kids.
Okay. And is it only kids or do you teach teenagers as well?
It's from the 7 years old students to 15 years old students. Actually, they are for the presidential schools, and others are who are starting IELTS until the B2 level.
Ah, got it.
Yeah.
So the B2 level.
Yeah.
Great.
And do you have the age category of kids who you don't like the most? Let's say. You don't have to name them, but just an age.
No, when I
maybe?
was starting my job as a teacher, I hated young students
Young
who are
students,
at the age of 6, 7, 8 because they don't understand what you're saying. You should repeat one thing for 3 or 4 times. But after 3, 4 months, I learned some techniques for myself to make them interested, and now it's like really enjoying for me to
It
teach
worked.
them. Yeah, it worked because I found some ways to make them motivated for the class. You know, they come to the class before 30 minutes and wait for my other students to go out.
Wow.
Yeah, they are really interested in my courses
Yeah.
because we play some games. It's not about just teaching, we play games, we take breaks, we do some coffee breaks, and that's why maybe they love the class.
Wow. So you researched about that.
Yeah, because I tried to use my university system for my students, but it worked. That's,
It worked,
Yeah,
right?
that's how we are like motivated by the Webster University. Even we have a lot of classes, we still want to continue them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there any difficulties in your studies?
Yeah, one thing, you know, everything you do should be original from yourself. You don't have to copy them, or you don't have a chance to copy them,
Yeah.
because everything will be realized by the tools. So this is challenging for me sometimes because the deadlines are coming and I have 3 jobs to do and I don't have time to complete all of them. But still, I try to do my best to handle all of them.
You're trying.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Interesting.
Oh,
Great.
that's awesome to know, you know, because I think that's what's one thing which unites every Webster student. They're like good at multitasking, they're extremely motivated,
Yes.
and they love Webster as much as their second home, you know.
Yeah, this, you know, we have 3 days for studying.
3 days.
Yeah, in a week. But you can say students coming every day from morning until 9, 8 p.m. studying together, talking, hanging out, chilling, and in the corridors. They don't want to go out. Even one time when I was studying with my 6 course mates, the God man came to us and asked us to go out. It's already time for closing the university. This was
Really?
like, yeah, we didn't want to go out because
Yeah.
it was really interesting conversation.
Yeah.
We were getting know each other on that day for the first day. And that's
You know what? There are some students who is trying to go away from the university from the
Yeah.
early time, like after first or second lesson, I can say, classes. If the class is just dropped for them, it will be a very, very fun, or it will be a party for the students.
Yeah,
But it's rare who loves their university, you know?
But in our university, it's rare to find those who hate.
Really?
Yeah, because, for example, yesterday I have classes from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Unstoppable. And after that, I stayed for 50 minutes, almost 1 hour at the library, and I studied some books, and then I left the university.
You are second grade.
No, third.
Third.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe I'm graduating, that's why I'm like realizing that I should study more about my field.
What is your faculty? You
It's
said
international relations.
it's international relations. What
And-
about IT? Are there teachers IT also?
Yeah, we have 2 IT-related faculties. The first one is computer science, and the second one is management information system. There are 2, yeah.
Are they good at that?
Yeah, there are really professional professors who are coming from India and Brazil. And, you know, the students are provided with i9 computers. You know, how
i9.
is it powerful for them
Yeah.
to work? And
We have i3, i5, i7,
yeah,
i9, right?
and yes, in our university, all of them are i9 processor. That's why students enjoy playing Go at the same time because they have chance.
We're kidding.
When they are free.
When they're free.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to tell this, like, we're not trying to advertise here, like, any type of university. You're free to choose, but as a personal, like, experience from that, like, even though education is so hard, so awesome and challenging, their social life is what keeps them interested, right? So my question is, do you like enjoy clubs, or are you part of any clubs there?
Yeah, last year I was working for one job, and I have a lot of time to spend at university, so I choose some clubs like tennis club, soccer club, and even basketball club.
Okay.
And I was participating in Japanese club.
All right.
Yeah, language. In this club, you are going to get knowledge about the culture of Japanese people and language also. And I attended Arabic club for 3 months, and then I left that because of my new job.
That's
Very
awesome.
interesting.
And about Japanese, how much did you learn?
Actually, I was interested in the culture. We learned about the foods, clothes, but what I learned, I just forgot. After stopping, no practice means everything will be.
Yeah, you're right.
Forgot,
No matter what, like, you still enjoyed it.
But I still can remember that I was enjoying.
You're a balanced man between creativity and practicality, so that's why we really want to get knowledge from you right now. So what do you think? After some time we'll come back and we are going to learn from you something. Okay, so first of all, thank you very much for coming to our show and saying and sharing your ideas and sharing your thoughts about the journey of your life. So right now let's just have a lesson from the Mr. Dilxush Hamidov. Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, let's enjoy the lesson.
Yes.
So, I can start now, yes?
Yes, sure.
Okay, today I prepared you something another. So, last time I was talking about how to learn new things quicker than others, and I also teach you on how to memorize new things quicker than others. But today I tried to switch into another lesson, which is called Which One is Better? Today I will try to discuss about online and offline education, which one is better, and we will have some discussions with you. Definitely. And then we will compare them, and I will give some conclusions for those who are hesitating to choose between these two types.
Thank you.
So, there are two types of education. The first one is online education, and the second one is offline education. So in online education, sometimes called distance learning. In distance learning, students may be learning remotely, like from the home or where they are staying, or teachers also have the chance to teach from their home or from the country where they are staying. And the next thing is online or offline education. Offline education is a traditional learning where all of the students and teachers will be in one classroom, learning in traditional way, on-site learning. So today we will compare them. If we go back to the years of COVID-19, it was the starting of online education for our country, because before that we don't have any idea about online education. So as COVID-19 started, it lasted for 3 years, I think, yes. And during this time we had the chance to get information about distance learning. Universities, education centers, especially schools, were switching into online education for the students to continue learning. So, what do you think? Which one is better for you for now, before discussing the points?
Discussing points. Okay, first of all, just like you said, online education came in around 2019, 20, right? At that time, I was still in high school, and as a person who skipped their graduation because of that, at the beginning, I hated online education because it didn't give enough effective education. But now, after a huge improvement, now I see a lot of points, a lot of good benefits from it, because you don't have to be in person in order to learn, right? You can do everything, you can multitask. And that's why I would choose online education is better than offline one.
Okay, then let's discuss about the advantages of online education first, and then we will continue with offline education, okay?
Definitely.
Okay, there are something to tell. The first one is financial benefits. The financial benefits for online education comes from the money you spend for commuting from your home to education place. And the second thing is buying school tools. When we were studying at school, we used to buy a lot of tools to conduct our classes at school. And this is also the financial benefits for us. Now we are, as an online student, we are not spending any money for those commuting fees or school tools. It means one of the advantage of financial benefits for us. And the next point is about the time saving,
Yes.
Time saving is really important for our life. For example, in the current situation in Tashkent, there is a huge traffic in the morning and in the afternoon, which means it makes hard your job to do. So
Yes.
it takes you at least an hour to reach your destination. And this is also one of the disadvantages of traditional learning. But in online education, you wake up, you will prepare for your class instead of spending your time for commuting, This is one of the benefits for you. You are not spending any money, or you are not spending much time for commuting or going somewhere else.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the next thing is about stress, When you are in the classroom with many students, it makes you stressed when you cannot answer any question from the teacher. But in online education, you have a chance to search on Google, and you can blame some technical issues, but still you have a chance not to be you can be answering the question while you don't know the actual answer, you will try. But in classroom learning, you will be shy, you will be embarrassed because of your not learning, and this is one of the best disadvantages of offline education. But offline education, if you turn into offline education, it has also many advantages for us. The first one is the first side of offline education. The advantages side of offline education is it gives you much motivation. When you are learning with students, there is a competition in the classroom, and the competition makes you learning new things. Yes. And it's gives you the chance to continue studying all the time. And the next thing is the attention. When you are studying in the classroom, you have the individual attention from your teacher, while in online education, you don't have it. Your professor will be aware of what he's saying or what she's saying. That's why she cannot take care of all of the students in a screen, Exactly. That's why the traditional learning is much more beneficial for the young, especially young children at school. I also prefer traditional learning to online education. And other points of traditional learning can be the sharing ideas in the classroom. You have the chance to express your ideas, to explain what you are going to say. Maybe in online education you will not have this chance because there is no order for the students to follow off who will answer, who is after another one. But in classroom there is a rule that one by one speaking, and this is also the chance for them to explain themselves. And the next thing is flexibility. Online education is really flexible for those who are studying at the same time and working. So they have a chance to cancel their classes, and maybe they might dismiss, or maybe they might choose another time for studying. But at the same time, it's not the same time learning. The professor may have a chance to finish the class earlier, or she might have any kind of emergencies, and that's why it's really flexible for all of them, which means it's comfortable and it's beneficial for them not to spend any extra time. And the final point is about the bad thing I hated at school. When you come to school, there will not be teacher for that subject, and you should spend this 45 minutes for free, which is not good for the students.
Exactly.
But in online education, if the class is cancelled, that's all. You will have a chance to study another thing. But at school, you should spend your time without anything beneficial, and this is one of the disadvantages of like time wasting or maybe bad way of wasting time. But these are the beneficial and drawbacks of online and offline education.
Okay.
But still, yeah, it's for you on your hands to choose between which one is like better for you to choose. You have a chance. So we compared them. Yes, maybe you may tell your sides for them, like points.
Yes, sure. But before that, I have a question for you. You know, when we talk about those two methods, the first question is, it always depends on the field, right? What exactly you're studying. So, what do you think? Till what extent does it matter?
You know, if it comes to the exact subjects like math, physics, or geometry, algebra, it's really hard for them to learn online, because these are the subjects that should be grabbed with attention. But in online education, there might be some technical issues, or the student may not be able to join the class because of charge or because of the internet.
Yes.
And this means he missed the class. He missed the class means he cannot like grab the one class. This is drawbacks of online learning for those who are studying in the exact subjects. But for social science, it's really interesting and it's really beneficial. As I'm studying in social science, it's enjoyable for me to both studying online and both offline courses. You just share your ideas, you give your opinion, you do your research papers, and that's all for you.
Exactly. Well, thank you for the answer.
Yeah.
Some of the points can be what can I say? Online education can connect people all over the world. You know, you don't have to be in one location, in one country.
Yes.
So that's one of the best benefits of it. Second best benefit, you don't have to be fully clothed, you know what I mean? It's a joke, but it's a good way of putting it, because it's comfortable, it suits you, it's customized to you. But the drawbacks are, just like you said, there are a lot, and so one of them can be distractions. So if you're on your computer and you're like a teenager or young kid, boy, there's so much that can distract you, right? One notification, your game pop up, your daily charge, and that's it. Your whole attention is drawn to that, and you're losing focus. That's exactly why, just like you said, it matters for age group as well. So if it's a bit younger, they have to be in person. They study because teacher or their instructor can keep their focus onto one subject. Well, thanks. It was an awesome topic.
Yeah.
And,
in conclusion, I would say it's not about how you study. You know,
yes.
A little progress each day adds up to the big results in the future. So that's why whatever format, you should study hard. You should do some research. Just enjoy learning and read books. That's all. That's what about you. That's about learning. You know.
Yes.
That's not about how to choose between them. So this was what I prepared for today. I hope it was really informative and interesting for you guys, yes, and for the audience who are watching us.
For sure. I mean, they loved it, because the thing is, it's been a debate almost since COVID. You know, every student who liked online education, they debated for that, and teachers who didn't like it, maybe they were against. But now, you know the merits, you know the whole picture a bit better. And just like you said, it's up to you to learn, to choose what you want, because at the end of the day, you're still learning something, you're still studying. So yes. Studying smart and hard is your decision, I think.
Yeah, it's about it. Thank you. It was interesting to talk with you about this topic. You know, we have much to talk, but
definitely.
As we have limited time, it's hard to analyze, yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for a wonderful lesson.
Thank you for watching. Yeah. Have a great day.
You too. Have a lovely day, okay?
Yeah, thank you.